What you cooking, Mom?
Fucking cut.
Now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go purchase one. That's the problem.
This ain't for me. I was like,
the background is mom and dad was addicted to crack cocaine. Okay. Right?
All praises to the Most High. Hi, how are you? Welcome to another episode of the Doc Holliday Show, where we love to uplift black men, black woman, black teen, black child, black royalty, and I am joined by true black royalty, a true blessing, a true testimony, a true perfect example of God's love and grace, Miss Troy Nicole. Miss Nicole, how you doing, Miss Nicole?
I'm doing great. Okay? I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. First of all, just tell the people, a little bit about you, where you're from, and,
Well, I am born and raised Memphis, Tennessee, University of Memphis alumni. I'm a mother, and I guess I'm most definitely a survivor.
Now, talk about that. That's where we're going right now, because I know a little bit about your story. Your cousin, Marcus Brittman, he said, hey, Doc, I need you to, my cousin, he didn't need to tell me no more. I said, I got you, bro. I got you, because if that's your family, I got you. But then he started going a little bit into what you've overcome and what you've been through, and you're sitting here now, and I was just taken aback. So just tell the people, and tell me too, for the first time, why are you? We know why you're sitting here is because of the Most High God, but the situation that you've gone through and why you are considered, a miracle and a survival.
Okay, well, it's not a short story, but I'll start off in June 2019, I was involved in a very bad car wreck. And in that car wreck, I sustained a lot of internal injuries. I had injuries to my spine. I had injuries to my abdomen. So I was just very, very, messed up. So I was in the hospital for a very, very long time. They did everything they could for me. And I actually was starting to get better for a while. Did a lot of tests, everything like this. So about end of August of 2019, I was released from the hospital. They allowed me to go home, but it was short-lived. Literally, the first week in September, I started having, blood coming from my colostomy bag, because I had to have one of those it was supposed to be temporary. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I had to go in for emergency surgery. I think it was September the 4th. I know it was September the 4th. A day I'll never forget. So after the emergency surgery, pretty much, I lost all of my small bowel. And according to science, if you don't have a small bowel, you can't live. So basically, they gathered all my family, all my friends, everybody. It's literally, when I woke up from the surgery, I saw everybody I knew in the room. I was like, what in the world is going on? So they basically told them that there was nothing else they could do for me, and that it was time for everybody to come to say their final goodbyes. Mm-hmm. So with that, I heard it, but you know how you hear things, but you don't hear what they're saying. So pretty much, I had a feeding tube in, so I couldn't talk to anybody. I couldn't say anything. So I kind of signaled for them to give me, something to write on. And so, it was everybody. They were just in there crying. Even my pastor, boo-hoo crying. I'm just looking where is the faith in this room? So I wrote them a note. I don't know where this came from in me. But I wrote them a note, and I said, stop crying. Don't give up on me. God has the last say so. And I guess, I don't know, that just messed everybody up in the room. So, nevertheless, it was they sent me home on hospice. I pretty much was supposed to just die. I'm going by what they said. It was nothing else they could do for me. But I really wasn't hearing it. When the hospice nurse came to the house, and I was just she was like, hey, let's start planning your funeral. Let's get your stuff together. I said, look, my mama can do that. I'm not dying. I don't plan on dying. And if I do, that's just what God has for me, because I just trusted God so much. I was like, okay, God, I know what you told me. I believe what you say. So if this is my time, I'm okay with it, but I I just don't believe it's my time. So nevertheless, I was home, but I was not in good shape, like at all. Bedridden. I went through so many different things. Like my stomach was literally wide open. Like the my what is it called? The acid that we have in our stomachs, it was eating the skin up of my stomach. So it was just, they were afraid that I was going to get, a bad infection. So the miracle in that was my original surgeon. I think the man who did the botched surgery, which, when I lost the rest of my small bowel, he did something wrong because she literally was the head surgeon at the med. She called, she was like, well, would you be willing to come in and let me see if I can do anything for you? I ain't have anything to lose. I mean, nothing to lose, everything to gain. I went in, but it still was the same outcome. Like, it was nothing that, she kept me comfortable. She started to heal my wound, but it was like, that was just my state. But she did a surgery on me where once I healed, that if I did take anything internally, it would come, I would throw it back up, but I could still take in things internally. So within that time frame, I had to pretty much learn how to walk again, how to do so many different motor skills, because we found a surgeon in Nebraska that would take my case. He was like, I think I can do something for you. So I was like, again, nothing to lose, everything to gain. But there was a fight within itself. Everybody know insurance, especially out of network in a whole nother state, they don't want to pay for anything. When I tell you, my family went to bed for me on the phone every day with insurance. We fighting, really my cousin, she fighting. She like, look, y'all gonna save her. Y'all gonna pay for this treatment. So they agreed. But in order for me to go to Nebraska, I had to be strong enough to get on the plane. I was blessed to get this company they fly private, like they have private jets. Mm-hmm. They'll fly you, for medical purposes and everything like that. So I end up building up, enough strength. Honestly, I crawled on the plane. Mm-hmm. Like, I was determined. I said, I don't care if I got a scoop, I'm going to get there. And so that's what we did. And that surgeon in Nebraska still my doctor to this day. And I credit him with saving my life. He reversed the surgery that she did and made it possible for me I can actually eat normal foods and I can actually go to the restroom again. Now, I do have to take like a supplement every day. It's called TPN, and I have to have it's like a Hickman, which is in my chest, which, I mean, it's not easy, but it's a better quality of life. And that's literally what he told me he would be able to give me. So, but the thing in it was, we did the initial consultation. He saw me. He was like, okay, you have so much scar tissue. I got to wait a while because if I go in there right now, I probably would damage some more things. So we all know COVID happened. I was devastated. Like, oh, my God, I cried every day because they had to, stop. Couldn't travel. It was just like a waiting game. And I think I only waited a month, but it felt like forever because I just had my hopes set on it. But honestly, the surgery was most definitely successful. And it really did give me a better quality of life. So after the surgery, I still have to, work on building up my skills, everything like that. But when I tell you that really changed my life, it really did. So, I mean, that's just my story in a nutshell. Like, it's a lot in between that happened, but that's the main part. Like, bottom line, they told me I was dead. It was nothing they could do for me. And I don't know if it was just me or I just didn't internalize it. And I was determined. I was going to fight. Even if it was the end, I was going to give it my all. I was in there like Rocket, like, come on, let's go. We gonna take this to 100 rounds. So, I mean, this what my story is.
I mean, I absolutely love that, to have that faith in God then, because you look young. Now, I don't know how old you, but how old were you when you had this accident?
I was 32 or 31 maybe. Yeah, I was
Kids
31.
already?
Yeah, my son, he's 14. So, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he was on your mind too.
You know what's so funny? He was the main thing on my mind. And if he did cry, he never showed it. He just always said, my mama gonna be okay. Like, she gonna be all right. And I can remember so crazy the day that they said I wasn't gonna make it. I was reflecting. I think his dad, he whispered to me, don't leave me here with this boy. I was like, shoot, I don't want to leave you here with my boy. But anyway. But he most definitely was the main thing on my mind. I wanted more time with him, most definitely. Because I feel like even though we are extremely close, it was just like, it's so many things I wanted to show him and teach him, and it's hard without having a mother, so, hey.
No, trust me. I mean, it hits me hard because, my mom died in a car accident when she was 34. Oh my God. Yeah, so I was, right before. No, the Most High does what he wants to do. So he took us through it. But take us back to that, because talking to your cousin, Hoss was telling me the night when they went to calling all your family, like, look, she ain't going to make it, man. So everybody come say their goodbyes. Take me in that room that night. You laying there, I'm pretty sure you seem like you aware of what's going on, but take me back to there and you see everybody's faces and you see how they responding and actually what you thinking in your head. Like, what the hell y'all doing?
I swear, I was just like, and the people in the room have been so faithful, like, in my life. Like, they have taught me faith, like, unshakable faith. But at that moment, they didn't have any. Nobody had that faith with me. Like, I'm going to tell you this story. It's really, really, it's funny, but it's not funny. My best friend, my pastor, I love her to death. She did a prayer, but it was literally like she was reading my eulogy in that room at that moment. And it was like, my eyes, I couldn't say nothing, but my eyes, I was just bucking them. Like, is she staying? Everybody had their head down close, with my best friend, she like linked with me, and our eyes synced. And she said everything I wanted to say. Like, she was about to fight my pastor. I said, Lord, I ain't never had a friend this bold.
What'd she say? I want to know what she said to her.
I really don't remember.
Okay, I got you. But it was something like...
My friend, basically, I wasn't dead yet. Don't kill me. I'm not dead. But it was just the moment. I think everybody was just trying to internalize what was going on their own way. And it was just like, the prayer just was not, she prayed and she was praying, but it was like, I literally felt like she was reading my eulogy. And I was like, dang, I ain't dead yet, though. I'm still here. I'm just not, they told y'all I'm gone, but I'm fighting, you know what I'm saying? And it used to be so funny those few days before they sent me home on hospice, when I had to stay in the hospital, and the nurses used to come and they used to be like, you so nice, you not mad, you not angry. I'm like, why would I be angry at y'all? Y'all haven't done anything to me. Like, they was just like, people in your situation, they normally are very angry and hostile. The one young lady who was my nurse, she brought me a gift. It was like a whole lot of fingernail polish and stuff like that. She was just like, I told my mama about you, and it's just like, I can't believe you just okay. I was like, how else am I supposed to be? Now, don't get me wrong, I be angry sometimes.
Yeah,
but
of course.
At that point in time, I had no room for anger. I had no room for anything but prayer. You know what I mean? So, but I'm telling you, everybody in there, it was not a dry eye in the room. My grandma came in. She is a very, very feisty young lady. Mm-hmm. She put them shades on. She looked at me Before she let them tears fall, she put them shades on and walked out the room. That was just the funniest thing I remember about the whole thing. I said, my grandma is so funny. But because she just not really, she don't really show her emotions like that. But I knew, like, it was hurt. My whole family, everybody was hurt. But I know everybody at family, they dysfunctional and things like that. But when it came to me, and at that time, they put all that to the side, like, they really fought for me, like, in every aspect. Everybody had a role. I can remember my cousin Marcus. Boy, one day I was at the hospital. I was hurt so bad. They wouldn't give me no medicine. He said, hold on, cuz. I know what to do. One of y'all doctors need to get in here and come see her right now. They came in there, too. Mm-hmm. That's why I said, it's just, it was a very different experience. But when I say God really showed me some things, and too, I feel like you said, everything happened for a reason. I was always so busy, but I wasn't really doing nothing. But you know how you just busy. I feel like God set me down for a reason. Like, I needed to think about a lot of things. And laying in the bed for months at a time, you don't got no time to think. So it was an experience, I'll tell you that.
And it's an experience you're still living, because I see you look strong, great attitude, great personality. I can feel the spirit of the Most High on you. So I'm sure it's not only the love from your family, but the spirit of the Most High being with you, encompassing you, helping you through dark days, because I'm pretty sure you still have some now. How do you make it through those dark, depressing days, or do you allow them to be depressing days, or you just make them be just down days?
I ain't gonna tell you a story. I have some days, but my grandfather, he is my best friend. I tell him stuff I probably won't even tell my girl best friends. Like, if I'm feeling anything, if I need anything, I just call him. And sometimes I do a lot of writing. Like, when I'm feeling some type of way or I'm angry, I write it down. And I don't hesitate to talk to people that I trust. It's trust in a sense of spirituality. I don't just discuss certain things with certain people, but I have some very strong spiritual friends. And I know they want to steer me in the wrong directions, because I most definitely have those days. But, you had them days like, why me? Why I got to go through this? Why I got to hurt all the time? Why does this have to be my fate? But, I mean, some good things did come out of it, but I wouldn't say it was nothing I want to go through, you know what I mean? But I accepted what it is. So
now you say you did a lot of writing, and I see that brings me into your book. Tell me about your book, Purpose Through Pain.
Yes, this is my baby. What happened was people share my story. I didn't know how to share my story at first. People always be like, you are such a miracle, you are such a blessing. And I just used to be like, okay, thank you. I really appreciate it, But my cousin, he's not okay, how can I say this? He's not to say he don't believe in God. He's just not a religious person or whatever. And he had a friend whose mother had cancer, and they gave her the diagnosis that, she was about to die. He was like, I told him about your story. I told him what the doctor told us about you and how you doing. I said, if my story can trigger this sucker into telling somebody about the goodness of the Lord, I probably need to put this on some paper. And I started writing it. I just could never figure out how to put it out there. So I started taking classes online from this young lady, which is my best friend's sister. She writes a lot of books and novels, and she just teaches you how to format and get your stuff together and self-publish. So I took my classes, and I was able to produce my baby. Purpose Through Pain, my healing journey. And I put pretty much everything that I could remember and think of about my experience in there. And I just hope that when people going through things, just because it looks a certain way don't mean it'll always be that way. You just got to have that type of faith I mean, I ain't gonna tell you a story. I didn't know I had that type of faith till it came to be a test. But I've always been in church and things like that. And what's so funny, I always said I wanted God to use me. It's why they say you got to be careful.
You better be specific about what you praying. Exactly, yeah.
You have to, and I've learned to be very intentional with my words. So I just put it out there. And it actually, a lot of people that I know who have read my book, they just be like, oh my God, thank you so much. And they tell me about things that they've been through similar and how it's an amazing experience for me. Well, probably for me and whoever's reading, because, I mean, I just put it out there. I just feel like I needed to share. Why, if God gives you something and he gives you a gift and something as powerful as life, when you weren't supposed to have it, why not share? So
now tell highlights of that book. I mean, don't tell us we want them to go get it. Purpose Through Pain. I mean, I'm holding it up, but it's your book. You gonna hold it up, but highlights, because not highlights. You gave us highlights. What are you hoping people get when they read your book, Troy Nicole, Purpose Through Pain, My Healing Journey?
Inspiration more than anything. I won't say inspiration more than anything. To know that God is real. Like, he can do amazing things. Like, people think that miracles are just in the Bible from the old days, but they don't look at the modern day miracles, and there are so many every day. So I just want people to know that God really is real. If you trust him, I mean, everything not gonna work out. And that's something that I really hate, that people base, if something goes wrong, well, I shouldn't have believed anyway, but maybe it wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just want them to know that God still works miracles today in this world right now. And just inspiration. Like, if you're down, you need a pick up or whatever. Just, that's what I hope they can get from my story.
Absolutely. I mean, you almost made me cry too.
Don't do that.
No, I mean,
be in here
that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I did good. Knowing when I talk, I always cry.
Now, see, but I started doing this a little bit, so I started blinking. I had to catch it. But no, just unbelievable story. I mean, just absolutely amazing. I mean, you inspired me, and
Thank you.
Everybody know I'm a warrior for the Most High. I love God, and you just another example of how he loves his children, he loves his people, and for you to go through that, and I mean, I just can't imagine. But so finally, before where does Troy Nicole go from here? Because I know you're still dealing with issues and trying to recover, but you seem to be in great spirits and great attitude. So where do you go from here as you move forward on this journey that we call life, this experience?
Well, I mean, I'm going where God leads me. I most definitely, I've been working on my nonprofit, Spirits with Purpose, and I just want to be there for people, be able to help people. And I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, going through this experience made me realize how important life insurance is for African-American people. And it's something that I've really been looking into and actually getting into doing life insurance, because our people don't understand the benefits of life insurance. Like, GoFundMe, which I did, my family did a GoFundMe for me. And not to say I'm embarrassed, I appreciate everybody who did what they, who donated. But guess what? I have life insurance now. So if anything happens to me, my son is going to be well taken care of. And that's the main thing. I mean, they could throw me in the box. I ain't really worried about, that. I just want to make sure he's well taken care of. And I think that's something that we as people, we really don't think about that. But I'm most definitely going where God leads me. I plan to write more, release more books.
Now, where can they find? Let me get my copy. Where can they find Purpose Through Pain?
They are available on Amazon, most definitely. And I also have offhand copies. So, they can email me or go to Amazon. It's much definitely quicker and easy. I did a special like a couple of weeks ago where my ebook was available for free for a week just to read. I just wanted people to be inspired. So, I mean, I'll probably do it again, most definitely. But
I love
Amazon, or I have them.
How can they email you? I mean, they got it. What's the email? Can you go because he gonna put it up on there.
Okay, my email is tnmathis25@gmail.com, or they can actually call me or text me. My number is 901-246-8879.
Well, Miss Troy Nicole, absolutely amazing. See, meeting sisters like you just make me love the Most High even more because he be like, I got to show y'all something. I got to take you somewhere and bring you back up so I can show y'all that I am real. And I'm going to be there for you. But anything else you want to add, Miss Troy Nicole?
I just really appreciate you giving me this opportunity to share my story, and I really, really, really hope that it helps someone. If one person is inspired, I think I did my job.
Well, you inspired at least two because me and Coffee Cough over there. Cass is Coffee Cough over there. Both of us inspired. But anyway,
he hard on him, Lord.
That's my guy. I love him. It's ISF Productions. But thank you so much, Miss Troy Nicole. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's gonna do it for another great, outstanding episode of the Doc Holliday Show, Warrior for the Most High. The Most High is the reason why I'm able to have this platform. So she's saying she appreciates the opportunity. No, I appreciate her coming here telling her story because we both children of the Most High. We is chosen. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Doc Holliday Show, where we love to uplift black men, black woman, black teen, black child, black royalty. Until next time, Coffee Cough. Are we done, man?
What you cooking, Mom?